I was very fortunate when I was in school in Philadelphia. I went to the Pennsylvania College of Podiatric Medicine, which right across the street from the Pennsylvania Hospital, the first hospital built in the United States by Ben Franklin, 1751. Beautiful hospital. It's still there in the perfect condition. And when I mean perfect condition, the marble floors, the woodwork, his desk is there, his library is there, but no one knows it's there. So every day I would have lunch in his library because it was quiet and I could study. But I had that sense that he was always there. And I was very interested in why he built this hospital and why and how. Because when he built it, there were only 25,000 people in Philadelphia at that time. Well, he heard of a Dr. Hunter in Scotland, and he sent one of his emissaries to Scotland to look at that work they were doing with Dr. Hunter. And that was Dr. Rush, signer of the Declaration of Independence. And what he was doing in England and Scotland at that time was bloodletting. And that's why he built the hospital. And that's what they did. In 1751, when Dr. Rush was going to Scotland to see then John Hunter to examine his thoughts and examine the work that he was doing, he was dissecting animals in his house, giraffes, dogs, cats, wild animals. And he was actually contributing to the beginnings of anatomy. And his main thought at that time was bloodletting. Now, what is bloodletting and why would you do it? Well, they noticed that if you bled out a patient who had a fever or some other malady, they thought that was getting rid of the humors. And the humors, they thought if you let blood out and reduce that amount of blood, you would be healed. Of course, we look back now and this sounds bizarre. Did it work? Yes, it worked in a lot of kind of cases in terms of lowering the blood pressure because you're lowering the amount of blood in the system. But that was what was known. And that seminal moment for Ben Franklin was bring that technology and build a hospital, which he did, a beautiful hospital in Philadelphia, still there to this day, perfectly preserved. And that gave me the opportunity to have lunch in his library every day, almost. It was quiet. It was serene. The bookcases looked like they were new. The books were still in the bookcases. And his original notes, Dr. Rush's original notes, and all the things that he was reading at that point in time. So I like to go through those books and browse those books and see what people were thinking. And that, I think, gave me a lot of wonderment as to what my field would unfold to. Now we are in 2023, and we have a vastly different understanding of medicine now.